But here we are again into Coaching Corner. And actually, it's so funny. Someone asked me about growth mindset last week, and I said, oh, great, I'll do that on the Coaching Corner. We'll talk about growth mindset. Growth and fixed mindset is also in my masterclass. I talk about that in the first module of my masterclass. Because I think it's incredibly important. And as you know, with all of the work that I do, we very rarely hit kind of food and exercise and weight head on. You know that my work really is more about the mindset piece, about the role of our mind, both from a neuroscience standpoint and the brain, but also a mindset standpoint and the role the mind plays, and our conscious ability to shift the role the mind plays, and how that affects who we are and all of the outcomes we have in our lives, including our weight and our body. So first, I'm going to talk just a little bit about what growth and fixed mindset is, and then why it might be important to think about when you are examining why you might have come up with some struggles in the past in losing weight or maintaining weight loss, or just having a shape and size that you feel comfortable in. So fixed mindset, the sort of easy definition, quick definition of a fixed mindset, assumes that intelligence and other qualities, abilities, and talents are fixed traits that cannot be significantly developed. So qualities, abilities, talents, fixed traits we can't significantly develop, meaning you feel like things just are the way they are. I am smart. I am dumb. I am lazy. You want to pay attention to what comes after I am, right? That's an indicator of how you feel about the traits, abilities, or qualities in your life, right? And furthermore, you feel like those traits are just kind of what they are. They're fixed. I was born this way. It's always been this way. It's always going to be this way. A classic example of this, as I mentioned in the course, is that, people think of athletes this way, sort of like, oh, well, yeah, Tom Brady was just a really, really good football player, and I just wasn't born with that talent, and he was. I'll touch more about that in a minute. On the other side, on the flip side, growth mindset assumes that qualities, abilities, and talents are something that with intentional effort, dedication, or focus can be improved or changed significantly, so that they can be developed with learning, intentional focus, and dedication. So if you have a growth mindset, you're somebody that thinks that things about yourself and others can be developed and changed over time with education and intention and commitment to the process. And you might wonder, well, why does it matter? And before I get there, I will just mention that it is absolutely possible to have a growth mindset in certain areas of your life and a fixed mindset in other areas of your life. So for instance, with the success of others, perhaps maybe you views other people's success as, oh, they're just lucky. And people do this a lot with weight loss. So that's why I bring this up, as, oh, they're just lucky. Oh, their genetics just must be good. I'll never be that way. And, it just happened that those people are born that way, right? They're lucky. I'm not. And in that way, it makes you feel sort of insecure, kind of threatened, like, well, I could never be that way because they were just born that way. And it feels very threatening and vulnerable and insecure. Whereas someone, and that's with, someone's success in weight and body image. However, maybe you're someone when you're faced with a challenge at work or a challenge somewhere else, you're able to say, I meet this challenge head on and I can take care of this. And I have no problem figuring this out. And in fact, I see that a lot in people who are struggling with their weight, is that there's many, many areas of their life where they feel like they have a growth mindset. I can overcome any challenge. All it needs is intention and hard work and dedication, and I can do this. But something about their body, they go into a fixed mindset and say, there's nothing I can do. I've always been this way. It's always going to be this way. And you come up with all the evidence for why this can't be changed for you. So I just thought it's important to note that it doesn't mean that we are all growth mindset or all fixed mindset. But the importance of understanding if you have a growth or a fixed mindset is because when you have a mindset that creates a belief system and an identity, then your brain, and I won't go into all the neuroscience of it, but just know this, your brain is designed to pick up on that programming. In this case, let's call it fixed mindset. Pick up on that programming and funnel you back information to reinforce that programming and filter to you only information that will reinforce that programming. So if you have a fixed mindset about your ability to lose weight, then your brain is designed to funnel to you information that supports that mindset and supports that programming, and also filter out any information that doesn't support that programming. So in other words, you will bring yourself evidence of what you believe. You will constantly keep reinforcing the evidence of what you will believe. And so it will look like things like the number on the scale doesn't budge, you overeat every night, I'm making things up here, you binge eat on the weekends, you have no motivation to work out, you continue to hate what you see in the mirror, and you will continue to bring yourself this evidence. See, this will never change for me. See, I'm no good at this. See, this is just the way I am. See, there's nothing I can do about it. And you keep filtering yourself the evidence, believing that's the only destiny for you. That's the only future for you. And what I'm here to tell you is that it's only that way because your brain has been designed and trained to believe it's that way. And so therefore, you keep feeding yourself the same hamster wheel, the same information over and over again, because that's the way it was designed. We absolutely have the ability to retrain our brain in a different way, both from a quite literally neurochemical standpoint. So we create a different neurochemical response in the brain by how we perceive things. And then also from a mindset standpoint, becoming the conscious observer of who we're being in our environment from day to day. We have the ability to change this, but the first step in it is recognizing, am I someone who just believes that this is the way that it is? And then no matter what diet I'm trying, and no matter what plan on a Monday morning when I had a weekend of binging or overeating or too much partying or whatever it is, and you wake up Monday morning, wanting to get back on track for something, so you pick a diet, and in that moment you're saying, okay, I'm going to do something different. But what you truly believe is that you are destined to struggle with this. You're always going to bump up against that incongruence in there that says, I'm just this way, it's always going to be this way for me, nothing's ever worked for me, and you will prove yourself right with that new diet, therefore reinforcing your belief system that's programmed in the subconscious brain. So your homework for today, something to ponder this week, is to think about, where is your mindset? Do you have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset when it comes to being able to change your body shape and size? Think about what we just talked about and see if you can feel it. If you can feel it in your body, if you're in a fixed or a growth mindset space. And comment here or let me know how you're doing. Let me know which pieces of this you want me to expand on for the next coaching call, and we'll keep going along these lines. All right, look